Hey guys, so we are on part 2 of episode 1 of Smash Talk. So in today's episode, we are going to be covering whether, of course, this is a new port or not, and we're going to also briefly go over the silhouettes in the background and what I think they could be, even though I think the silhouettes don't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because there's nothing new in it, but it is what it is. It's a hot topic, so we'll talk about it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this new episode of Smash Talk. Make sure to leave a like in the video, and of course subscribe for more Smash Talk content, and I will peace out. So enjoy, and yeah, deuces, fellas. So after the trailer got announced, a couple days after it, lots of people were confused on to whether it was a new game or an old game, or a port of Smash 4. And that's kind of the hot topic we're going to talk about in today's episode. So, is this a new game, or is this a port of Smash 4?
Now you must acquire a taste for freeform jazz.
Lots of people were thinking that, okay, first couple years in the Wii U's life cycle, at some point we're gonna get Smash 4 port this year, whether it be at E3 or maybe later or in a direct or whatever. So lots of people were stonehead into the fact that Smash was going to not get a new game, but it was going to get a port. I was one of those people because I didn't realistically see Sakurai making a game right now because of all the work he did in Smash 4. You guys know the things that happened to his shoulder and his arm and stuff. It was kind of wild. His vision got worse. It was kind of wild. With that being said, though, are you in the comments? I do want to kind of discuss this with you guys. Do you guys think it's a new game or a port or not? I am really interested to see what people think, and also tell me why. Because, like I said, I am really intrigued on what you guys have to say. So, in my opinion, I've been mulling it over for a couple days because I always thought it was gonna be. I thought it was a port at first, kind of. I was confused because of a bunch of things. The way they handled the trailer was it seemed like they were alluding to it being a new game. Now, in my opinion, there are 4 reasons why this could be a new game, and I can think of one really good reason why this would be a port. Now, the one reason, I'll go over it, right now, and then I'll go into more detail. So, I think it's a new game. One reason is because of the website. 2, because of the trailer itself. 3, because of the potential, which I'll go over in a minute. And 4 is because of Namco. As for it being an old game, the only reason I can see people believing that it's an old game is because the game came out in 2018. It is going to come out in 2018, as it said. I don't know about you guys. Personally, I feel like this game is going to definitely get delayed to maybe a 2019 release, especially since I think it's if it gets released in 2019, it's the 20th anniversary of Smash Brothers coming out. So, yeah, personally, I think it's coming out 2019. So, to start off, we're going to go through website change. So, if you guys have not checked the Smash site, I think that is one of the obvious things. The website has changed completely. We don't see kind of the fiery type banner that, Smash 4 had. The old Smash 4 website that was up is completely gone now, and I wish I had some kind of clip. I'm sure there's something on the internet I'll put on, but there's no website. The website has completely changed. It is completely different how it was. So that was interesting to me. So that kind of alludes to like, why would they do that if that's the case? Probably add, hey, there's a Smash port, and they'll probably put the Inklings in like their little, well, maybe not a card or whatever, because they haven't been formally introduced yet, but it's basically a trailer confirming it, so you think they would like hint towards it, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, they changed the entire website, which is kind of wild to me. So yeah, website. So there was the fact that there was a website change. There was the fact that of the trailer itself. Now we're gonna get into this. Let me ask you this, people who think it's a port, why is the trailer so ambiguous and it's weird? Okay, the trailer in itself is just weird. That's one word I can say. It is weird. Like me, I'm weird. This trailer is weird. Like me. Yeah, he is on the comment.
Damn, Bacon, you really are a depressed piece of shit.
So the trailer itself, it starts out, of course, the Inklings doing their thing, shooting each other, and then it has the fiery background, Mario, Link, blah, blah, blah. Trailer ends, right? And then it says 2018 Smash Brothers 2018. Boom. That's trailer. Done. You're done. Leave a like on this video. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace. No, I'm joking. When it comes to the actual trailer itself, it's really interesting because the trailer consists of not showing what Mario looks like. It doesn't show what Link looks like. It's not like the whole roster is behind there. It's a couple characters that you can barely make out, which I'll probably talk about that as well, later on in the video. I feel like if it was a port, they would do something like what they did with Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, right? Even though it's a huge announcement that Smash 4 is coming to Switch, and I still think they would save it for an announcement. I feel like they would make it more obvious that it would be a port, rather than having this weird ass logo coming up from the front and just Smash 4, yeah. So honestly, I think it's a hint towards that this is a new trailer, because if you guys see, most of the direct was talking about ports that we're gonna do, like Captain's Treasure Tracker, Luigi's Mansion. They just told you outright. Now I know Smash is on like another level when it comes to the hype it brings to people, but the thing is, it's still weird that they would have such an ambiguous trailer. I don't know. Until we get more information. That's out of the trailer. Honestly, that's my thing with it. Another thing is you don't have to start the game from scratch. Now, this goes back to the whole thing where it's like, oh, this game's coming out 2018, and this goes to the reason why people think it's a port. The only reason I can see is because it's coming out 2018. So let's just say it 100% is coming out 2018. We don't know for a fact, but it just got announced, so I don't know. It might not. We didn't believe Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Look, that son of a gun came out 2022, late 2022. If you look at each individual Smash game, from 64 to Melee, from Melee to Brawl, from Brawl to Smash 4, all of those games are completely different, especially engine-wise. It takes a lot to make an entirely new engine for a game. I feel like that would take up about 6 months in itself, maybe even longer. Getting into it. Think of Pokemon, for instance. Pokemon, how they released their games, and how long it took between Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire to Pokemon Sun and Moon. The reason why it took so long is because they had to use an entirely different engine. But when Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon came out, they had the same exact engine, so that shaves off a lot of time. It takes a lot to make an entirely new engine for a game, and that's how Smash was. From 64 to Melee, it was a completely new engine. It was an update. It was a completely new, updated engine. The GameCube just came out, so they're still working with stuff with the GameCube. From Melee to Brawl, it's a completely new engine. Characters look a lot more realistic. And the Wii just came out, so doing that. From Wii U to Smash 4, that was completely different as well. It's a completely different engine. Characters look more cartoony, but still had the detail of Brawl, and it looks amazing. When it comes to Brawl, to whatever this game's gonna be called, I'm not sure. What could it be? I think and this is my theory, and I'm gonna get into this later, but I feel like they're gonna use the same exact engine they used for Smash 4 and put it into this new game. Now, I'm not saying that's not a bad thing, obviously, because the engine on the Wii U version looks damn good. And if you put that on the Switch version and you update it a tiny bit, you tweak it to where it looks even better, that's amazing. You don't need to do anything else about it. So honestly, I think that's why it is that's another reason why I think you could definitely argue around that 2018 release. And then plus the fact that Sakurai has been saying from time and time again that, or not time and time again, but he said in a tweet that he worked day and night for this game, and about 2 years, give or take, is actually a pretty long time. About 2 to 3 years, I think. No. Yeah, it's about 2 to 3 years of working on this game. If we assume Sakurai worked on it right after Smash 4, which finished updating in, I think it was start of 2016. This game was getting updated quite a lot. So at the end of the day, yeah, it was definitely 2016. I just realized that. But at the end of the day, it's not impossible. If you shave off time with that new engine, it's not impossible to believe that Sakurai can make that amount of time work. So I think that's why it's possible it's a new game. If he hadn't been working on it at all, I would definitely believe this is more of a port than ever. But I do think it's a new game because he did say he's working on it a lot. Now, the final reason Namco isn't listed, only HAL for now, is if you look at the companies that are working on the game that are confirmed, all you see is HAL Laboratories. You don't see Namco Bandai. I feel like if they were to have a Smash 4 port, they would reference the fact that Namco is working on the game, wouldn't they? I don't know. It's really weird. Does that mean they're not working on the game at all? I don't know. It's still this whole thing is still up in the air for us. Yeah, honestly, I think Namco not being listed is also a pretty good reason for why people believe that this is a new game. And one other reason that I came up with that I didn't write in my notes was a logo change. The logo of Smash 4 is completely different to the one we see now. If this was a port, why would they change the logo like that? It wouldn't make any sense. So other than that, that's really all why I do think this is a new game. Honestly, I am on board with the fact that it's a new game. I'm down for it, and I think this is gonna look damn beautiful. So yeah. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead into some other things. So another thing I wanted to ended up talking about is Breath of the Wild Link. Now, Breath of the Wild Link is an interesting case because it brings up a theory of also why I think this could be possible. That is, if this is a new game, so we're gonna pretend this is a new game. Characters getting released for it. Obviously, there's gonna be new characters involved. However, so my theory about this game is that they're gonna take stuff with the characters. They're gonna take it a lot differently than they have previously. Originally, they add characters, port them over to the Smash game, build them from scratch and whatnot, whatever. But then they add new characters on top of that. Now, here's the thing. I think this game, they're going to be doing a little, slightly the opposite. They're gonna, instead of working on all these characters that we have, because honestly, the Smash roster is pretty good as it is. If we're looking at the Smash 4 roster, it's pretty good. You got a bunch of third parties, you got a bunch of first parties, you got a lot there, my dude. You got a lot there. Now, with that being said, could they still work it? Obviously, there's character, every single thing you can work on. Hell, you can get Abraham Lincoln from Codename Steam in there. Please don't do that. Anyways, though, my theory is that instead of adding in new characters, instead of adding in a million new characters like they did in Smash 4, instead they're going to take the old characters and they're going to tweak their movesets to where they are almost like new characters. That way, it's less work on Sakurai because, models and stuff are pretty easy to do from there. It's just a simple costume change. Some characters don't even need a costume change. And my evidence towards this simply is Breath of the Wild Link. Now, if you look at it, this Link that we see here is clearly from Breath of the Wild. And since I don't think Sakurai is dumb enough to make 3 different Links,
I swear if this happens, I'm actually gonna shoot up Nintendo.
I think regular Link is going to get sliced in half by the Pit of Darkness, also known as Breath of the Wild. And instead, Breath of the Wild Link is going to be the rep for Link from now on. The game is really popular. people, you know, when they think, I feel like when the new generation thinks of Link, they're going to think of Breath of the Wild Link rather than Green Tunic Link, you know? And plus, it is a breath of fresh air that, you know, you get Link, new Link here, you know, doing what we must. So, with that being said, I do think moveset changes for Link is going to be inevitable. I don't think he can really... I think you can use the Master Sword and whatnot for some attacks, but I do think they're gonna have to get some changes into it, and I can't wait to see what they do. If they do nothing with him, I'm gonna be kind of disappointed. But I feel like Sakurai isn't gonna be that. I think he's actually going to do something with that character. So, you know, we can discuss this with a bunch of other characters, although I'm gonna save that for its own subject material. I'm gonna save that for its own thing. So, you're not going to worry about that now. I just want to simply bring up the theory that maybe these characters, there's going to be less adding new characters. There's going to be more revamping old movesets to older characters. And also, that would also mean that I also predict that this game is going to probably have the least amount of new characters in the entire series. However, the quote-unquote other new characters are going to be the previous fighters that have had these movesets for so long now. You know, they can tweak it, add new stuff to it. So that's my theory. That's my theory for now. I think that's going to happen. I'm going to get more into specific characters later on in when I get to discussing characters specifically. But for now, we're not gonna deal with it. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna stay fresh.
What?
Holy Jesus! What is that?
So the last thing that I wanted to talk about for this video is the silhouette, the whole silhouette thing. It's the last hot thing that we're gonna really be talking about that really has people talking. Now, the silhouettes have characters in the back and whatnot that, you know, we're going to kind of go through and see just how ridiculous and crazy these characters, see who is revealed through the thing. By the way, I don't think it's anything too crazy. I don't think Springman's in the freaking, I don't think Springman's there or anything like that. I don't think they would do that. I don't think any new characters are in there. I think these are all just old, confirmed, returning characters that we've seen already. So, the first one I wanted to mention, from left to right, I'm gonna, you know, tell you guys who I think the character is. If I don't know who the hell they are, I'm just gonna leave it as a I don't know. So, I think the very left one, but I'm looking straight from the trailer, so it's a far away distance. So I think the first one is Yoshi. I think the first, from the very left, is Yoshi. I think next to him is actually Pit, because you can see a little crossbow thing, and his wings you can kind of make out. From Pit, I see Donkey Kong, because a little tuft of hair. Whoever that is, I'm not too sure. There's a character in the back that people are saying that's maybe Lucas. That may be Lucas, but I'm not too sure. Under him, I see Kirby, and then I see Marth. From there's Mario and Link. Then there is also, next to Link, I'm going to assume that it's either Captain Falcon or Sheik. I can see either, honestly. From next to Captain Falcon / Sheik, Sheik. Next to Sheik is Samus. I think that is Samus. Now, next to Samus, I can see one of two things. I can see that either being Marth, or I can see that being Shulk. Because if you look at Marth, I mean, yeah, it looks like the person has a cape on, and they have like a sword in the back. I know some people think that might be Ike. I think it's a little too lanky looking to be Ike, but who knows? It could be. Next to him, you obviously see Bowser. Now, next to Bowser, you see that little thing right there. I do not think that is Pikachu. I think that is Fox. I'm pretty sure that is Fox. And I can tell because I don't know. I see more Fox through that. Next to Fox, I really can't make this out. I'm not too sure who those other two are. I think Pikachu maybe is on the very right. I'm not 100% sure. And then the one on the very left, the one next to it, left from the very right silhouette, I have no idea who the hell that could be. Could be maybe, it looks very humanoid. So I'm not gonna say it's like a Pokemon or whatever. And it seems like Fox is pretty short compared to it. But this is all my speculation for now about the silhouette thing. I don't think the silhouettes really matter too much, because I feel like these are just obvious characters that are coming back. But we will come back to this in another time, so expect that. And honestly, that's all I have to really say about the silhouettes. You know, don't look into it too much. I think it's pretty obvious that no new characters in it. As I think Game Explain or someone said it, that these things are more like paint blots, and it's just your interpretation of who is who. You know, some people say that the character next to who I believe is Kirby is Marth. I'm not too sure. I don't know. But anyways, we'll get back in the video now. And with that being said, guys, that is pretty much all I really wanted to talk about when it came to catching up with stuff. I just really wanted to catch up with the others and with the other peeps, the other duds who's doing the daggone thing. Like I said, I'm really excited for this next Smash game. I think this is gonna be a freaking dope. I really think that you know, the Smash Talk stuff is going to be really cool. Like I said, the next video I have is going to be about the Splatoon trailer. May not be as long as this one, but you know, it is whatever. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode off, and I do hope you guys enjoyed this discussion video of like everything. I just wanted to get everything just that's more of, you know, that's dying down and talk. I kind of want to get all my thoughts out the way. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this episode, like, comment, subscribe. If you like this episode and want to see what else is on the go, you guys check out this whole playlist to this series in the description below. I don't know exactly a schedule for when I'm going to record it. It's probably not going to be a schedule. And Talk of the Town, I'm gonna think about doing it. I'm thinking about doing it weekly, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. Maybe like every Sunday we'll grab everything that's like new and announced and whatnot, and we'll collect one big thing. I'm thinking I could have a video a week, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Plus, there's a lot of stuff that I really want to talk about, honestly, before we get to E3. That Splatoon video analysis is most likely going to come maybe Sunday-ish. Yeah, whenever I can, you know, get it recorded and edited and whatnot. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode off. Thank you guys so much for watching yet again. I really do appreciate it. You know, if you have any tips or any new series I can talk about, please comment down in the comment section below. I know I'm late to the party. I'm always late to the party. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Shoutouts to Sakurai and all his dealios and whatnot. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And with all that being said, you can put your spatulas down now, but keep it sizzling, my Baconators. Peace.